In former acting Attorney General Matt Whitaker and retired Border Patrol agent Terrell County, Texas Sheriff Thaddeus Cleveland. First to you, Sheriff. This is one of those issues that I think really not just speaks to the problems that we're seeing on the southern border, but it also speaks to the broader issue of the natural security of this country. I want to share, this is Mr. Biden on the new border policy, and I want to get your reaction first, Sheriff. Listen.
There's already a system in place for people we're talking about today, but the process is cumbersome, risky, and it separates families. Under the current process, undocumented spouses of U.S. citizens must go back to their home country. They have to leave their families in America with no assurance that they'll be allowed back in the United States.
You know, when you hear it, it sounds good if you think this will help, but I think there are a lot of people that will believe this won't help. It'll make things work, and it may even act as a magnet. Your thoughts?
Howdy, Kevin. Hey, I'll tell you what this is another effort by this administration trying to appeal to the American public by saying, hey, we're going to start doing this to be more humanitarian or whatever the case is. Look, a week and a half ago, it was the new executive order. And before that, it was the Senate bill that was I like to say garbage. It made no sense. What we have is H.R. 2 passed by the House that's ready to go. But I also must comment on this is about border security, not immigration. We need a secure border. Our borders are unsecure, and we have to get back to that.
Matt, listen, when I read it, before I heard him talk about it, I thought this is obviously going to play to a base that he is trying to attract. But at the same time, I'm concerned, I think many people are concerned that this will actually end up working as a magnet and make things demonstratively worse along the southern border.
Yeah, I don't think that any of the Biden border policies have had a positive impact on, national security or public safety in the United States of America. And it's very cynical almost that he, and I think purely politics, but it really points to Joe Biden's political problem on the border is that he can't secure his left wing while he's losing people in middle and on the right. Because, again, you're seeing people murdered in our streets. Every victim of a crime committed by an illegal immigrant is an unnecessary victim. It should never have happened, and it's happening all too often, Kevin.
Exactly. Let me share your former boss, his reaction to Mr. Biden. Listen to this.
Crooked Joe's action today is an illegal, unconstitutional amnesty without approval from Congress, no approval from the courts or the American people, but he never does that.
You know, this is ripe, I think, for a challenge. As a lawyer, as an attorney general, I'm sure you'd be chomping at the bit to drag this to court.
Yeah, absolutely. Remember, this immediately confers certain government benefits to these folks, whether that's an immediate ability to work, receive Social Security, to get Medicaid, Medicare. And so all of those things compound. But at the same time, this is illegal. He admitted that it was in this bill that Sheriff Cleveland said was a terrible bill. He admitted it was there. So Congress has the power to do it. Joe Biden doesn't have the power to do it unilaterally.
Sheriff, wrap us up here. Your thoughts, finally.
And to Matt's point and to President Trump's point, look, what our President Biden is doing at this point with this latest action is he's doing what Congress should be doing, meaning Congress needs to be making the laws, putting the laws forth, not the President of the United States. And because he continues to do this, it's actually causing more problems and compounding the issue.
You know, and one of the things that happens is he gets the headline, and for a while this will be all the rage, and whether it makes it over the finish line or not, the effect of it, especially as I mentioned earlier, the draw of it, I think is only enhanced. Sheriff and Attorney General, thank you both for joining us tonight. Appreciate it, gentlemen.